Let's break that scenario down here in the gym. So I get a hold of her throat with 2 hands, I shove her to the ground, she gets a nutcracker grip to control my hands, bumps and rolls me. Notice again, now she really flings me off of her, which is what you want to do. You want to bump hard and roll hard. If you don't, there's a good chance you may end up in their guard, which is a much less dominant position. I'll show how it looks to end up in the guard here in just a second. So make sure that you really try to fling them off so you can come on top in a dominant position.
You were ready for it, they pushed you to the ground, got on top of you, had their hands on top, like she does here. So she did a great job of it. It's that same nutcracker grip. You're getting control of the hands. I'm gonna go like kind of slower motion here to talk through it. She bumped up and then rolled me over. Now, I'm doing it slow, so I'm coming up more into her guard, but real life scenario, you're doing it fast. So where she ended up, I was on the ground, kind of off to the side. She brought her knee over my stomach, hand on my hip, hand on my shoulder, and then she had the ball of her foot on the ground here, which gives her like good leverage. Like if somebody tries to raise up or turn into you, it's a really good control position. You can obviously advance your control position from here. Like if you felt better being the one on top, now you can get on top and hold them, or you can absolutely stay in that position. You can also get into more of a kind of traditional type of side control, or there's different positions from there, but I just wanted to show how you can quickly get rid of that grip if you get pushed to the ground, get out of it, get on top, and establish a control point. Just a couple little quick variations, like let's say, for example, if you, let's say, they've got control, you go to grab the hands, and then they quickly pull their hands out. So now you don't have this anymore. So you want to really emphasize that bump to force them to this position here. So then that's when you're going to go to a little bit more of a, just a basic mount escape. So you've bumped them, and then you can either like go to roll them. You can see here I'm blocking her ankle. I'm blocking her wrist so that I can roll, and I'm doing it slow here. Obviously, you'll do it faster, but that's one variation. Another is you go to grab, maybe they get their hands out quickly, so you bump, and maybe you don't have time to catch this or whatnot, and so you go to roll, and they're not rolling. Go ahead and stay kind of heavy. Yeah, they're not rolling. This is where you can shrimp out. So elbow, I prefer the elbow because you can be covering up to block from any strikes. So if that person decides they're going to start punching on you or elbowing you or something, you kind of be covering up, and then you're just wedging your elbow into their knee to start to get, come back here, there we go, to start to get your instep in there. The reason I brought my head back in, because realistically, if we're kind of fighting here, we might end up here. If I ended up here, that's great. I can really easily start to escape. But a lot of times, that's not going to be the situation. So I bumped, she's on her hands, I turn over to my side, I start to wedge my elbow in, and it's a little bit of a battle to get to that point. But once you get your knee inside, you can use this to really create some leverage to push away. I can start to try to sweep again, or just really start to shrink myself away to be able to eventually escape. One last scenario for that. So I've bumped, and let's say I go to sweep or roll, and this time, let's say I caught the arm and I'm trying to roll. If I go to roll, yeah, she can use that leg to stop her. Even if I get really good control of this, like just being used, like I can't roll her because of that leg. Well, you see the huge opening that creates to allow me just to simply bring my knee in. I can start to create some leverage. To recap, the person gets a hold of you. You've got the nutcracker grip and the roll, like we showed what she did to me. You can just roll them over, and then away you go. Run away or get a control position. Or you go to nutcracker, they get their hands out, you bump, and then you can catch with your foot, or even use your elbow or your hand, and just make sure you're blocking their knee and their wrist. You can roll them over that way. You can see she's falling over. Or you can shrimp. So turn to your side. You can use this to kind of block from any strikes. Wedge this in, and then start to create opportunities to escape that way. And then again, last one, you bump, you go to roll and catch this arm, and her leg goes out to keep her from rolling over. Now I cannot roll her that way. So I got this huge opening to bring this in, and you're just bringing like shin to anywhere really, but I try to go like above the knee to be able to create some leverage that I can start to really, you see how I can start to manipulate her leg and her body weight to push it away from me. There's a ton of opportunities from there, but I just wanted to show how you can get that in. And then one simple one is just that.
Thanks for watching this self-defense sequence. Keep in mind, this nutcracker grip control works when somebody two-hand grabs you by the throat, as you just saw in this video, but it also works when somebody grabs your collar or your shirt with two hands near your throat. It is one of the absolute best self-defense controls when somebody grabs you with two hands on or near the throat. Check out the comments section. You're going to find a link that has a video that covers when somebody grabs you on or near the throat on the feet. So this video focused more on the ground, but you can also use this same nutcracker grip control on the feet. As always, please support, please follow, please donate. We appreciate your support.